Hello, dear Aries. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all of you, and hope that this year brings you everything that you desire, everything you wish for, everything that you deserve. Okay, so let's see what your divine spread holds for the 1st to the 15th of January 2020. It's hard getting used to saying that. We do have an eclipse on the 10th. It's a full moon lunar eclipse in Cancer. It's got a lot to do with our home, our foundation, and of course full moons are culminations. It deals with, of course, work the older. That's Capricorn. The sun is going to be in Capricorn. The moon will be in Cancer right across. That's a full moon. So let's see, dear Aries, what karma dharma you're dealing with. And I feel that I need to take this card, and we've got the Hanging Man. I just did Pisces, and they've got the same card. So some of you may be on the cusp. Aries was mentioned in the Piscean. We did have a fire sign, so therefore you might want to go and watch that video as well. Let's see what your divine spread has got for you, dear Aries. The Hanging Man is all about sacrifice. It's about seeing things from a different perspective. It's waiting for something to either end, sacrifice for unconditional love. Unconditional means reciprocated, right? That's what we need. Giving and receiving equally. And I think it's time to cut the cards. Not one-sided love. So if this is your energy here and you've got strong Pisces in your chart and you've been doing so much and seeing nothing back, then maybe this is what needs to change, because we're all being put on different paths. Okay, something is being eclipsed out of our life. Let's see what your hidden position is. And we've got the Empress. Empress is Taurus, Libra. The Four of Pentacles usually signifies Taurus. Taurian energies for me. Could be any other earth energy, of course. Let's just take the cards. Recent past, we have the Page of Pentacles. The now position, we've got the High Priestess. Crowning your reading is the Hermit. And I was just going to say that the High Priestess is Pisces and Virgo. And we do have Virgo here. Let's see what the action and advice is. A choice. Two of Swords. The outcome is Ten of Cups. Dear Aries, that's wonderful to see. And what does the divine message hold for Aries, please, Spirit? And we've got the Hanging Man again. Double message means truth. It means that it's a very strong message. Neptune is obviously in the works here. Neptune is the ruling planet of Pisces. Let's take another card, because we've got a double up here. Let's take one more card, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So, Knight of Pentacles is usually Virgo, could be any other earth sign. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got the Two of Cups, dear Aries. The general energy is that there's going to be an agreement. Two people are on the same page, also on the same trajectory. They both want the same thing. They're both on the same mind thinking, same plane where emotions are concerned. So there is some sort of an agreement, some sort of a coming together of two people that feel as though they're two halves to the whole. This is a soulmate connection. What's beneath that? And we've got the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords can mean being sneaky, trying to manifest something without talking about it, being quite secretive, trying to manipulate. Could be in a good way, could be in an ill way, trying to manipulate a situation, trying to outsmart a situation as well. Before I go on to the cards, I'd like to take a romance angel and see what's going on in your love life. For Aries, please, Spirit, 1st to the 15th of January 2020. For Aries, what does Aries need to know in relation to love at this time? Please, Spirit. And we've got pay attention to the red flags. And that would obviously ring back to that 7 of Swords. Let's take another couple more. We've also got express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So there are signs that are cautioning you, but maybe the signs could be saying that don't hold your emotions to yourself. Let them be known. Express your love. Go ahead. Take that chance. You're trying to see things in a different perspective. You may even be looking for answers. You may be dealing with someone that is buckled up and not open about how they feel. Let's take another card. And we've got free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. I was going to say love. It's time to take back control of your life. Now, free yourself. This energy here does remind me of Capricorn and the restrictions that we've been going through. This feels as though with this card, you're feeling restricted by a situation. You're doing the same thing over and over again. You feel bound and chained. It does say free yourself. So for those of you that are in a relationship that you've been sacrificing way too much, it says free yourself. Now with the express your love, some of you may have already shown your emotions to your partner, someone who doesn't feel free to reciprocate for whatever reason, because we do have, if we look at these cards in a line, okay, someone has felt bound by some situation. There have been some restrictions, and therefore that's why the advice is to express your love. Someone hasn't been able to do that because of whatever restrictions we have here. Now, of course, this can also mean that pay attention to the red flags. Some of you may be caught up in a very controlling relationship, and therefore you have got maybe secret feelings for someone else that you want to express your love to them. Maybe the love has already been expressed, could be by the person you're dealing with, the person that is your romantic interest. What I feel as though the free yourself here has got a lot to do with the Hangman. So what's that about for you? What is that for you? Okay, because Neptune can be those rose-colored glasses. Some of you may be fearing that that it's an illusion, or that you're dealing with someone who is an illusionist, someone who may be expressing their love and you don't believe them. Okay, so this card here says take control of your life. It's time to take control of your life. Okay, and again, freeing yourself can speak of freeing yourself emotionally, to be able to voice your feelings, to express your love, express your feelings. Because that's what I see here with the Four of Pentacles. Now, for those of you that are in a narcissistic, difficult relationship where you've been very controlled, someone could be holding on to you where there is no love reciprocated here, giving and receiving equally. Someone could be holding on to you for dear life, and I don't like that energy. Now this, for some of you, for others of you, this could mean that you have been holding on to someone, you have been holding back on your feelings, not expressing them, keeping someone close to your heart. We do have the High Priestess, which is the now position, and the High Priestess is very spiritual, very, very spiritual, and she has a deep knowing. Maybe you are trusting your intuition. Maybe you are connecting to spirit. The High Priestess holds secrets. Now you may be holding on to your feelings, as I said. You're keeping them a secret. You're not opening up. You're waiting around. Maybe you're waiting for the indication that the other person feels the same as you do. For others of you, this could be that, again, there are secrets where a committed partnership or relationship are concerned. There's been so much sacrifice and maybe not enough given back. So you've been giving unconditional, as is Pisces, even though you're Aries. As I said, some of you may be on the cusp. Now, usually when we've got, let's say, Sun in Aries, we may have our Mercury in Pisces. Mercury in Pisces is quite secretive. It's not very expressive. Pisces is more spiritual than it's water. And Mercury is not strong there, not strong to voice its opinion, let's say. So what you don't know here is the Empress is in the hidden position. And the Empress can be manifestation and abundance of love as well as material things. This is the Mother of Earth. Some of you may be already a mother. I do see the page here. We've got a Page of Pentacles, and this could be an adolescent child, earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this could also be, of course, a message of something that can promise longevity, physicality, something that can turn real. So, of course, again, it can speak of, because he's holding the Ace of Pentacles, it can speak of, you know, because the Empress is very creative. Some of you may have been sacrificing a lot. You're feeling very creative, and you've got the, let's say, the luck, or it's that time for you. Something obviously is playing out where you've got abundance here, and this is what you don't know. And again, the sign Pisces is the 12th house. It's the house behind us. We can't see really what's going on there. Page of Pentacles can be a message of security. You're starting something. You've created something that is going to start to pay off. We do have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles in the divine position. So the sacrifice is growing. Let's say what it's giving back to you is growing. So we've gone from the Page to the Knight. We do have the Knight of Pentacles, which for me is Virgo. Virgo, for most people, this is Virgo energy. Maybe it's what you do in your daily routine. Again, Virgo is all about the details. We do have the Hermit here. Some of you may have your moon or your rising in Virgo. And again, you could be dealing with a Piscean person, sun, moon, or rising. We've got Virgo and Pisces here in the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, well, is, as I said, very spiritual. It's connection to the divine. She is the moon goddess. Now, the new moon at her feet. We did have a new moon in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn is all about, again, it's earth. So therefore, something new through career, through putting in that hard work, could be manifesting for you. The house of career is Capricorn. The house of the elder as well. So this is some sort of a challenge that you could be going through with all the energies that are playing out in Capricorn, all the amplifying of the difficult energies, because we've got Pluto with Saturn in Capricorn, we've got the Sun, we've got Jupiter and Mercury. Okay, now it's very interesting that as I'm doing your reading, Mercury and Jupiter are conjunct. Mercury is all about business, collaboration, communication. Jupiter is expansion, growth, luck. Okay, so you may be receiving a message which holds a lot of promise. in regards to the things that I mentioned before of Capricorn. Okay, so we've got Virgo Pisces here. The Hermit is also a very spiritual card. The Hanging Man and the Hermit, they're both dealing with the light. Okay, the Hanging Man has got that halo. So this is obviously the light is information. It's also, the light is something that is blessed, something that is life. It's something that's, if we think of fire and light, it's something that can manifest, something that we can work with. It's also, if we think about fire, it's also a passion. Now this Hermit has gone into his cave. Okay, he's one step before the Wheel of Fortune. The Hermit is also someone who could be looking for answers. Again, the teacher. Some of you may have become a teacher through spiritual practice, through your beliefs. Okay, the Hermit is someone who, again, both the High Priestess and the Hermit have got a lot of similarities as they're both connected to Source. Okay, and there is enlightenment. Here we've got secrets and here we've got the light. So something will be shown to you that will put you in a position of needing to make a choice, a decision between two people, a decision between two situations. Okay, and when we've got the same card twice, I would say that both you and whoever you're dealing with, that you both feel this energy. We've got it twice. That's the reason. It's as though you're both on the same page, as I was saying here, with the Two of Cups. But you've been dealing with something in the past, something that was underhanded, something that you did not know about, something was missing, something to the puzzle. Some answer to the puzzle was missing. And beneath that, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is the Mother of Earth. It's the minor arcana of the Empress. So some of you may be that hearth, that fire, you know, and you are fire after all, dear Aries. You may be the one that holds the fort for others, for a son, for a daughter, for a past relationship where you sacrificed a lot. But here we've got a choice. Here we've got a choice. I'm going to take some more cards, but I'd like to say what's in the divine position. After all that sacrifice, you can see where you're heading to. You are looking at growing this pentacle. This is, Ace of Pentacles, as I say always, it's the beginning of something that's going to go the long haul, something that will last. And therefore, you're not moving here. The Knight of Pentacles is stopped. Now, some of you may be dealing with another earth sign. Could be any earth sign. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'm going to take some more cards. I will put this Two of Cups down, and I can see that you've been in a relationship where there's been secrets, you've been looking for the answers. What is hidden here is that your sacrifice is going to pay off. Whatever you've been hoping for, wishing for, and holding on to, something that you feel would make you more secure. You're going to come to a decision time. I do believe that it's got a lot to do with the eclipse. Both eclipses, actually the one that's passed in the sign of Capricorn, the new moon, and now on the 10th of January, we're coming to a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Cancer. And Cancer is our home and our stability, our family, okay, and our security. I was just going to start taking the cards. 2 cards opened up, and we have the Six of Swords and the Temperance card. So some of you are looking to move over water, literally. You're traveling. You're leaving, could be metaphorically. Again, Spirit is here. And you know the Temperance card has come up in all the readings that I've done so far. It's incredible. Jupiter having moved into Capricorn. It's just incredible because for you, Capricorn it's your 10th house. 10th house of career, your social standing. It's the elder. It's also, there's a lot of karma going around in that house with Pluto, Saturn, and the South Node there. Now, Temperance asks for, again, patience, believing. You need to believe that you're coming from a place of difficulty and moving into something much more serene, something much more balanced. We do have 6 here, 6 of Swords. Some of you may be traveling to a foreign place, a different country. Okay, maybe you could even be going to visit family. We do have the 10 of Cups here. Now, yes, the outcome is the 10 of Cups, which for some of you can mean that you've made the decision that you got to the 10 of Cups at one stage. This does turn into the Ace of Cups, which is also a new beginning. So this could be a cycle that is ending for you. As I said, the Hanging Man is also the 12th house, which is the last house. And therefore could mean an ending. Now, because we've got this is the area of the distant past, this is your foundation and what the reading is sitting on. Some of you may have migrated to a distant land, somewhere where some place that was very near and dear to your heart. Let's look at the Empress and what that signifies for you, dear Aries. And we've got the King of Wands. So the King of Wands can be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. You know, the King of Wands could be your energy, obviously. You are a fire. For others of you, this could be a partner. May come across as a fire sign, but may not be. Doesn't have to be a fire sign. He's someone who comes across as very fiery, could be aggressive sometimes, but I feel that he is someone that is driven by his desires, someone that he goes for what he feels passionate about. Now, of course, we've got the Empress and the King of Wands. Here we've got the female more mature than what the King of Wands is. So you could be either of these two characters. Okay, so King of Wands, again, very generous. Someone who is spontaneous and acts. Let's take that Page of Pentacles. And again, there's a lot of creativity in these two cards here. A lot of creativity. Let's look at the Page of Pentacles. What's that message that's coming through? Changes are coming in. And this is the Wheel of Fortune. So whatever you've started in the recent past, you've had the indication through some sort of a message that the blessings are abound. The blessings are ahead. Wheel of Fortune is, again, Jupiter. And Jupiter is in the sign of Capricorn. It's right on the eclipse. Let's look at the High Priestess. What did you know and what are you holding? What are you holding within you? Maybe you're trusting in that intuition, maybe you aren't. That's why you're probably watching this reading. Let's take a card. And we've got the Moon Goddess. So we've got the new moon and the full moon. So yes, it's got a lot to do with the eclipses. Now, the moon, of course, can speak of fears, the fears of the unknown. But the moon, there's a lot of psychic energy here, a lot. So we've got from the new moon phase to the full moon phase, something is coming to an ending, something quick. I can almost say that something almost something that you had an indication of, or that you felt, your intuition, you had that little voice telling you within you that something was going to maybe begin and finish in a small period of time, whatever that means. It could even be like a total change of your life from one eclipse to another eclipse, like a 360 degrees turn, 360 degrees change. We've got a lot of cyclical shapes here, right? We've also got that the pentacle, which, you know, whatever is cyclical, that's obviously very common. What goes around comes around, we say, don't we? So it sounds, to me, it sounds very karmic. Okay, and the Wheel of Fortune is the karmic wheel. Let's look at the Hermit. Now the Moon, again, is the mother. It's also your foundation, your home. Cancer, that's where the eclipse is taking place. Let's look at that Hermit. Now, eclipse energies can, you know, they can last for up to 6 months. So don't expect that you may know about what's going on right on the eclipse. You may find out about what these secrets are, or what your intuition was telling you. You may find out a day after or a month after. Of course, the further away we get from the eclipses, the less potent are the energies. Doesn't mean that it can't happen after a month. Let's look at the Hermit. And we've got the 10 of Wands. So whatever you find, whatever you see through this lantern, through spirit, it's at the end of some burden. You've got 3 10s. 3 10s here. 3 10s are 30, which breaks down to a 3, which is the Empress. Let's take that 2 of Swords, which is the action and advice. Now the 10 of Wands turns into the Ace of Wands that the King of Wands is holding. The action and advice position holds the World, which is the end of some sort of a cycle. Of course, we've got the fixed energies here, so it's never easy to complete a cycle, a karmic cycle like this. Some of you are thinking that you can actually see the end of this burden. You can actually visualize it, but the decision is going to, the decision that you're going to make will bring you to the end of a cycle. We've got the World card here. We've got the Empress here, which is pregnant. She is. This could be a literal pregnancy for others of you. For others of you, this could also be something that is something that has already started to manifest, and you could be giving birth to something wonderful, which is Venus. And Venus can be love, it can be money, it can be anything that is beautiful, anything that you love. So the World card signifies an ending. The decision that you make will bring this ending. And again, something to do with the world. We've got Jupiter, we've got travel to a distant place. Let's take that 10 of Cups, which is a bliss. It's an energy of bliss. And we've got the Sun, which is absolutely gorgeous at this position. The Sun is vitality, health, clarity. It's also the sign of Leo, and Leo is the heart. The Sun again could be a child. Some of you could have sacrificed a lot for a child, and through giving to a child, to your child, through an agreement, you now could have the happiness of a family, the completion of everyone being in a good place, so being very happy. 10 of Cups and the Sun are amazing together. Now the Sun again can be creative. something that you've created. The fifth house is children. It's creativity. It's risk-taking. It's true love. It's also, again, it's the house of fun. So it looks as though the burdens are changing here. You're getting to the end. Okay, you've traveled a long way, literally or metaphorically. You've sacrificed enough and a lot. Let's take 2 cards on this Hanging Man. Jupiter is promising you something wonderful. Let's look at the Hangman. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which I mentioned before. Again, this is the mother. This is someone very stable. She's holding that Ace of Pentacles. We do have the mother and the son. And the Hanging Man, which is Pisces, can also mean anything to do with medicines, drugs. The House of Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is elusive. It's something that we take to set ourselves free from burdens, from the truth. Neptune is like, it's far out there in the ethers. It's a planet of gas and lack of clarity. So whatever you've been dealing with here with the double card of Pisces, it does say that, again, through any illusions, the enlightenment comes with the connection, and the sacrifice that you've made will give you the light, and therefore you will know towards where you need to move to. And I feel that there is some sort of an end that is a very happy end here. Let's take another card on this Hanged Man. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Again, Virgo. Virgo is all over your reading, dear Aries. Eight of Pentacles says that it's time to do the work. Yes, you've sacrificed a lot, but it's like being on... What it's saying to me is don't give up. That's what I see here. Don't give up. If it's very tough for you until the change comes, keep working at what you're working on. Okay, and again, Virgo is also the house of health. Some of you are working very hard. You may have extra expenses for whatever obligations, whatever burden you're carrying. We do have the Hermit here, which could be a doctor, a physician. And this could be that the sacrifice through work is now paying off. You've created a lot and you've got your hands full, but this is still a blessing. It's the Eight of Pentacles. Let's take one more card. One more on that Eight of Pentacles. And we've got the King of Pentacles. Well, this is amazing. Now we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles. They are obviously, they've got their back turned to each other, which says to me that whatever emotionally you've been through, there is some disconnect here. Now, we've got the Two of Swords, so we've got a King of Wands and a King of Pentacles. Some of you could be making a choice between two. We do have two lots of energies here as well. So I would say the King of Pentacles would be Taurian energy. Okay, so we've got Virgo and Taurus here, dear Aries. The Virgo may be strong in your chart. This could be your energy. I'd also like to say that if you're not making a choice between two people, this could mean that this King of Wands, which is someone who is very creative, is also could be someone that's a very hard worker as well. They've sacrificed a lot. King of Pentacles is the father. Now the Empress, yes, could also be a mother figure. If you are the Queen of Pentacles, this could be your mother. This could be the mother of this King of Wands. It doesn't really matter. You know if I'm talking to you. But I'm going to take some Sibillas. I want a bit more information because we do have the general energies is an agreement here. It's two people being on the same page. Again, two halves of a whole, a soulmate connection. Now, soulmate connections don't always mean that it's romantic. Could be two people that see things in a similar way. It could be brother, sister. We could be talking here of a mother and her children. We've got the King of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen and the King of Pentacles could be twins. Not identical, obviously, because we've got a masculine and a feminine. What I'd like to look at, first of all, I want to take one card on the divine position. So we've got the Hanging Man and we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is something that's stopped. Someone is looking towards the future, planning out, doing the math. Let's see what that brings. And we've got Judgment, which is a second chance, a rebirth. A rebirth, and this is transformation. This is Pluto. Pluto and Saturn are connecting. It's a very, very potent energy. But please remember that whatever you've sacrificed and you thought was hopeless, there is a rebirth here. The divine is giving you another chance since you've sacrificed enough. Let's take, and I want to say, for those of you that are dealing with a son or a daughter that did go through a lot emotionally, and they obviously, to numb the pain, they may have used drugs. I see this as rehab, and I see this as a near-death experience, but they pull through. Why? Because you've got an amazing physician here, and because it's a very lucky time. Let's take the divine position. We've got La Matrice, which is like, it's someone who's very passionate. She's very similar to the Queen, Queen of Wands. She's someone who goes for what she desires, but she's also number 12. She sacrifices a lot as well. So let's take, and she may have strong Pisces in her chart. She may act as a Piscean person where relationships are concerned. You know, we have all the elements within us. She's very desirous, she's desiring something, but she can be very sacrificial, that she gives a lot for what she wants in her life. Let's take another card. We've got the Fortuna card, which is the Wheel of Fortune. 5 of Wands, being in a sense of conflict, hoping for change maybe. And then we've got Consolante Sorpresa, which is the card of Uranus. For me, this is the 6 of Wands, so there is success. There is success and recognition, and something happens unexpectedly. We've got something that comes through unexpectedly. This is very much like Uranus in Taurus. So a breakdown, a shift, a tower moment, a good tower moment, and success coming. Now, Jupiter is right on the eclipse, and there's a beautiful trine from the eclipse in Capricorn where the Sun is in Jupiter, trining all the way over to Uranus in Taurus. And Taurus is all about the physical body. Taurus is also money, the money house. So that could speak to you personally on a personal level. What I'd like to see now is, I want to see the Karma Dharma position with a Hangman, Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. We have for Delta, which is the loyalty card. 9 of Cups, this is a wish fulfillment. The loyal friend, the confidant. Here we've got Amalato, 4 of Swords, someone needing to take time out, not feeling that well. And we've got the Vedovo, which is the 3 of Swords, someone being, this is the widower, someone that is mourning something of the past. 3 of Swords can always speak of some sort of a disappointment, someone mourning a situation. I don't feel that these two people are the same. I feel that the person who is in the Amalato, the one that is not feeling well, is a different person, and the Vedovo is another person, someone that is looking towards their past and mourning something of the past. Let's take another card. Someone who's felt very lonely. This could be a widower as well. You know, the King of Pentacles could be a widower. Let's take another card. And we've got the Ladro, the 10 of Pentacles, which is the thief. Now, there is something negative in this card, but it's the 10 of Pentacles, which speaks of a family situation. Also, something that may have been stolen. This could also be negativity, someone actually stealing something from a home, from someone who is financially abundant is losing something here, because it's sitting right on the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very abundant financially. Let's take another card. And we've got the Sospiri, which is the 6 of Swords, which you have here as well. This is also very similar to the 3 of Wands. So hoping and wishing that those ships come through, but this is also, you know, moving away from darkness to the light, let's say, from trouble to calm and serene waters. But this takes patience, just like the Temperance card. Okay, so what I see here is there's been a fair bit of sacrifice and time passing. Hard work has been done. Someone is regretting maybe that they were stable, that they've sacrificed a lot. They haven't seen the light here. But here in the ending, we see that the light comes through and that there's 10 of Cups here. So whatever you go through, it may be a little bit challenging. You get to the point where your patience is rewarded. You actually get to see the reward. That's what I see with that. I want to take another card on the Empress and the King of Wands. Now, they've got their backs to each other as well. Very interesting. I did say before, the King and the Queen of Pentacles have got their backs turned to each other. And I'm going to take a card on the 2 of Cups as well, which is the general energy. The Empress and the King of Wands. And we've got the Star. So what is very interesting here, this is a wish fulfillment card. This is Aquarius. Whatever Uranus is doing, it's going to bring you your wish. We've got an illuminary, the Star, the Moon, and the Sun. That is spirit, all put together. You will see the light at some point. Whatever you've been dealing with, you're actually going to be freed. Whatever this, you're taking control, of course. You're taking control. And you're freeing yourself from a situation that was quite burdensome. Now, this could be you acting, obviously. Could it be your partner that's acting? Taking control of their life. Whatever the case, there is freedom here. And you know Uranus in Taurus is all about freedom. Breaking free from those shackles. Saturn can be shackles as well. Saturn is depicted by the devil. And I do feel that it's very positive. that Uranus is in a very positive aspect to the eclipse. So whatever we see, whatever we go through, did say I was going to take a card on the Two of Cups, there's going to be radical change. If things start to look daunting, wait for that change because it's going to happen. Let's take another card on that. General energy, Two of Cups. And we've got the Ace of Wands. So there is emotion, but there's also passion here. This is the beginning of an emotional and sexual bond. There is strong attraction in this card, Ace of Wands. And this is also, again, the light coming on. So, the Aries, you're going to find your answers. You're going to see a lot in the next month. So, I'd like to now take an angel answer. So please think of a question. Let's see if Spirit can answer it for you. So please, Spirit guides and angels, please answer the question for Aries. Whatever is burning their soul, they're looking for the answers. Can you please give an indication of the answer? I think I will take this card. Let's see what it says. And it says, look for a sign. Look for a sign. So let's read from the book because there's more in the paragraph about what that is indicating. Look for a sign. Even if you don't look, I do feel that the sign will be right in front of you. That's how the divine works. Your angels have a very special and specific answer to your question. You can expect to see signs right away that will have deep meaning to you. Many people see white feathers to indicate that their angels are with them. Or they may smell scents from their childhood that they connect with a family member. Signs require focused attention, so be awake to the possibilities. Don't mistake synchronistic events for mere coincidences at this time. They are a message especially designed for you. So, pay attention. Now, dear Aries, I'm going to take my handwritten cards. I will take one card on each character here. We have the Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. We also have the King of Wands and the Empress. Let's see. Now, these messages may not resonate for all of you. Okay, if they don't resonate, just leave the story as is and what you feel. And just keep your mind open about whether this is a true message or not. You may doubt this message, but given time, you may see that it's a true message. Let's see. Queen of Pentacles first. Queen of Pentacles says, we're done. I can't do this anymore. It hurts too much. Ten of Swords. That's probably why she's got her back turned. But don't forget that the Ten of Swords does turn into that Ace of Swords. Which can be, with the Ace of Swords, you sever ties, but you also speak your truth. Let's see what the King of Pentacles has got to say. And he's sitting right on the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. After you left me, my world stopped. Please come back. And this is the Three of Swords. And I just got the goosebumps. That we've got 13 swords here, which is 13 is Scorpio. Let's take the Empress. So it looks like there is a fork in the road for you, dear Aries, but there is some sort of an ending and a new beginning. If this Queen of Pentacles did not close the door and say, I can't do this anymore, and didn't leave this King of Pentacles, he wouldn't realize that his world had stopped. Please come back, he says. So there is action here. And he's very stable. He's the King of Pentacles. Now, obviously, the Queen of Pentacles is someone very patient. but she's been too patient, looks like. Let's look at that Empress. Here's the card. You will always be in my heart. I can never or will ever forget you. This is the Four of Pentacles, which you begin with right here in your foundation. Let's see what this King of Wands has got to say. Let's look at this King of Wands. And we have, I need time to process, to think. Please be patient with me. And this is the Seven of Pentacles. So yes, he needs time. And that's why this Empress has got to be patient, because she's going to birth something. Okay, so everyone, look for a sign. That's what the reading says. That's what the message is from Spirit. All right, dear Aries, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your comments. I'd love to hear them. Sending you much love, and I will catch up with you soon. Namaste.